You know what? I feel like it needed to give people something to be occupied, because,
I know it's kind
um,
of like mesmerizing.
yeah, actually,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, that music that I had with it at the start and at the end there,
Mm-hmm.
I found that very mesmerizing, almost like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I was just
Yeah.
like listening to it earlier, going, "Oh, this is putting me to sleep, man, a little bit." But
Yeah.
you're chasing that,
Hey,
yeah,
Addie.
boom, boom, yeah. So,
How are you?
Good.
I Teresa, did you message me in Messenger? So, Lewis is here tonight, of course, with us. So, thank you, Lewis, for joining us tonight.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn my volume back up. I usually turn it down during the intro a little bit. Tell me if I'm too loud to anybody. But anyways, hey Deb, hey Adam, hey
Hey.
Lewis, hey everyone watching.
Hey.
Um,
Hey. Hey.
hey.
Poor Sunny. She is. I
So
just want to tell you guys, she is very sick, but she is a trooper and looks like a rock star right now.
Thank you.
sometimes the shower helps.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, so if I go off because I'm having a coughing attack or something, I don't know. Got the flu. Go figure, right? Work 3 days and then get a flu from there. Swear to God.
Right?
But anyways, but anyways, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Hope you guys like the new intro that I added to the start there, and then at the end with the little bomb yesterday. I put out that one with the Rick roll at the end because that's what happened to me. Is I'm watching this thing and I'm looking for a timer and I'm just sitting there like this on my computer and I'm watching the thing and then all of a sudden freaking the thing blares in my freaking face and I'm like Rick rolled shit you know but honestly it was so loud and then my husband was like can you turn that down a bit please and I'm just like um sorry Teresa. I'm not sure if you said messenger. I actually asked you a question and then I totally didn't see your answer, so I'm not sure where you messaged me. Was it messenger, did you say, or email? So anyways, thank you guys. It's all good. Yeah, I like the intro. I thought it was kind of cool.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah.
I like playing with that stuff, but I think that one's
I'll
good,
have to
right?
watch it next time.
Oh, you little kid. Really?
Were you busy with the bronzer?
Yeah,
No
well, yeah.
clearly no bronzer.
um,
I've been exhausted all day.
hey,
I'm sorry, what?
I've been exhausted all day.
Me too.
yeah,
Like I can barely go.
I think
I've literally
Lewis is. Go ahead.
been a couch potato all day long.
Good for you.
Did Sunny give you guys what she has?
No.
Uh,
I think we all got it from Frank.
yeah, probably. Poor Frank.
Flew
Sick
through
too.
YouTube.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
rest. Kind of cool. I guess we should do that. We'll give some quick shout outs here. Actually, go ahead, Deb. Go ahead.
All right. Let me get up here to the top.
Yeah, yesterday
Oh,
was
come on.
quite
Looks
the thing.
like
We'll talk about that in a second.
Teresa's here. Aussie, Nicole's product reviews. Purdue RN in the house. Belinda. Jill Mosier. Metal Mama Michelle. I like that one. The 3M. Who Dis is here. Hey, girl. Callie M. And me. And who else is in the chat? We have 130 people here. Oh, JD Bambara is here. Freckled Joy. Hi there. And Sharon. Teresa. I said Teresa. And Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Who else do we have here?
And we truly mean that. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. I put a little cartoon in our group. Hey, Justice Angel. D. Ashley is here. I put a DC Primetime. Hang on. Oh, it skipped on me. Baby Bear. Aw, I love that name. How cute.
Yeah.
Leah Angel, we said that. The Rockaways is here. Joni is here. Babs is here. Babs Forever. I think I got everybody. I put a little cartoon in our Facebook group, and it was a army, like a field, a war field, and all these bodies laying there. And the one captain says to the, soldier, how can we tell if they're alive? And they said, hang on and watch this. And he sings Sweet, Sweet Caroline. And then in the cartoon, you see bump, bump, bump all over the place. It's true. You have to sing that whenever you hear that song.
I know. I love to sing it.
Certain songs that, I did. Yeah.
Oh, Blind Squirrel's here too.
Oh, hey to Steve Hyatt. He said hello from Ohio. I've been following really closely the Piketon massacre trial that's been going on in your state for the last week. So, and it's captivating.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it myself.
Oh, yeah, Steve Hyatt. Yeah.
Hi, Steve Hyatt.
Well, you'll have to fill us in on that at some point, Adam.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so we'll do a quick talk about yesterday, just briefly, and then we're gonna start off, and we're gonna hear from Lewis in just a moment with Deborah Leslie, a case that has just happened recently on the 18th of September here. But we'll get into that one in just a sec, okay, Lewis? And we'll just touch on. We'll just touch a little bit on yesterday. All in all, we still thank you guys just for your love and support there. And anyway, Deb, do you want to just say anything there quickly?
Well, yeah, I think that all of us, our purpose, and Adam was like on that trail. He didn't even come on the live right away because he was busy like trying to verify things for us, because that was our goal. Our goal was to verify if the rumors we were hearing were even true. And if not, to open that gate and let people know what the truth was. And so through all of our contacts, we were getting things right and left. We were able to find out pretty quickly that Tony was not in jail, had not been arrested. And we even had verification of exactly where he was and what he was doing, and, got a picture of that too. And that was our goal, right off the bat, because I think that you guys all feel the same way, that we want to bring accurate information. So we didn't come on here to go, oh my gosh, he's, blah, blah, blah. We came on to verify what in fact was going on. And, it was a team effort. Yeah. Very much appreciated. Adam, you have anything else to say about that?
No, I think that you explained it pretty accurately. I mean, 100% accurately. At the same time that we had that verification that he had not been arrested, it didn't stop all of the people speculating that he had been. So it did create confusion, because you want to make sure you're getting it correct. But
so I was gonna say, Adam, because really, to be honest with you, it was thanks to our source that was literally following him that ended up being. He was buying dog food. So
right. Well, and I'm glad that, because our source, and we totally give that person credit. They did an amazing job at looking for the truth. Because our source did that, other people who were on, YouTubers were able to use that information that we gathered as well. I mean, I saw it I went back and watched several people, and I saw it being announced in their chats that, our viewers shared with them in their chats, which we thank you for doing that, to get the record straight. So even in Gray Hughes, that's how he found out, was from someone who had been in our chat. So
which is always nice. But at the end of the day, it was one of those things that obviously something started, another channel went with it, and so we didn't know what was going on, and we just wanted to go live just in case something was happening, even though it ended up being nothing. He bought dog food. He went to go see his dad at his graveyard, and but of course, but we wanted to be on, of course, just in case something did happen. But even though it's so funny sometimes how things just spiral out of control. But you know what? I'm going to say, go ahead, Adam.
No, you go ahead. You finish.
No, I was just going to simply say, at the end of the day, I really love the fact, regardless, how many people just gathered quickly together, because everyone just wants justice for the girls. So, it's kind of like you can make a lemonade out of the lemons, right? Whatever. This stuff happens all the time. We know that. So, and you know what? I do want to say something else. Trust me when I say this. The families are not immune to this stuff. They've been through this stuff a ton before. So if people are thinking that this was so harmful to the families and stuff like that, I beg to differ, to be honest, because the families are already prepared for this stuff over and over and over again. They hear this stuff all the time. They did come out with when Chadwell was arrested, and they kept telling everyone, keep looking. This isn't the person. We do not believe this is a person. They would have had good reason to say that, but obviously there is something with the Klines, at somewhere in this whole twisted mess of everything. But at the end of the day, people, I think the family, if they want to speak, they'll speak for themselves instead of people keep interjecting and thinking that they should speak for them. Kelsey put up a post and saying that, of course, if they heard the news, they would be the first ones to know, not us, type of thing. So, as it should be, right? So when people want to keep putting their 2 cents and acting like that they're speaking for the family, don't, because the family will speak for the family. I know that I talk to Becky here and there. Adam talks to Becky here and there, so it's not like this is, anything different than a lot of other times. They don't get out false hope because they know it's been 5.5 years and they're just waiting till they hear something from ISP, LE, or whatever. Okay, Adam, what do you want to say there?
Well, to follow that up really quick, I remember an interview with Mike Patty did years ago where he said, he was talking, I think in reference about the Chadwell thing, and he said, we learned a long time ago at that point even already not to get their hopes up with things, because they said for every one of the times that we hear about these things, they've heard about 100.
Yeah.
So I did find Doug Carter's comment last night or on Saturday night to be very interesting, that when he said nothing was imminent, because imminent can be taken, meaning, in the next hour,
right.
Or can,
right. The word. Yeah. But anyways, like I said, the family has a voice. We know that Kelsey and Becky and everybody else and Anna and Carrie, they have their voices. They'll use them when they feel it's right to use them. And a lot of us did get our hopes up. We always weigh on the, side of caution because we didn't hear for sure, and like I said, I'm not going to sit here and knock, even though I know who started this all. But I'm not going to knock any of them because honestly, it brought more awareness to our channel, to other channels. It showed that people come together, even amidst all the controversy going on. That's the part that I got out of it, to be honest with you.
What did I call it? The dry run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, thank you, Miss Thing.
I'm just glad that, we were able to keep pushing until we found out what truly was going on and not just, move ahead with, this has to be it. Because the fact that what is important is the truth.
Yep, absolutely.
Exactly.
So,
what does that?
For the couple people that were trying to comment and twist it around on stuff, couple things, it was really a very supportive day yesterday. And we thank you guys for the ones that came in that knew that we started off saying that we don't know what's going on. We don't know that Tony has been arrested. There's a couple things going on. Thank you guys for, like I said, understanding that and not trying to twist it on us. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So Lou,
we have to be cautiously optimistic.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Well, yeah, exactly. Everyone's just on edge because there's been so much going on. Everyone is really truly on edge. There's been a lot of stuff going on in a short period of time. We've had Travis Trexler, was taken in. We've had, Dirk Hayes, he was brought in, and then all these different things that just keep happening. Anthony Greeno stuff, it's just a lot of stuff happening in a very short period of time with the river search or whatever you want to call it, etc.
The helicopter, and
And they have
I would say, like Kelly said, yesterday was mentally exhausting and a taste of what it's going to be like when they finally do tell us the truth.
Oh, way more.
Right.
Actually. Yeah.
Right.
Preparing yourself. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is that because I was listening to Murder Sheets again, and they are like, well, they could be here for a different reason with Peru. Well, the helicopter literally flew over twice over the area. We actually know the reason behind that, but we're not saying it because good enough to know that the helicopter was flying over there. That should tell you something.
Right.
And Kelly, thank you very much for the super sticker.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly.
And thank you, Callie, for the kind words. That was nice.
Yes. I lost 2 hours of sleep at work, graveyard on weekends, so I needed those 2 hours. I remember you saying something, Freckle Joy, about that yesterday. I know. You know what? But I mean, like I said, I'm kind of one of those. It is what it is. Even I was sitting there going, okay, well, all right, well, did we wait? Because there was no press conference, there was nothing going on. So where did that even come from? Can I just ask you guys, where did that whole press conference thing even come from?
What I heard.
I don't even want to say.
Oh, okay.
Well, what I heard was that one of the news stations, and this is speculative, but that one of the news stations decided that they were going to go live and present some of the information that was coming out as speculative. But then once they couldn't verify anything, they scrapped the plans.
Okay, gotcha. And that's probably got truth to it as well, because they're going to be on alert too for if something happens. So that would make sense. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But whatever.
Because they might have gotten the tip from the same places that a lot of YouTubers did and stuff. So
yeah. So, but anyways, thank you guys for like I said, joining us yesterday. You did get to know that. What's his name? Tony Kline's dog is now fed, and I'm sure happy and healthy.
Or someone's. Or he is.
Yeah. Maybe he was practicing. Not just kidding. Okay, guys.
He likes his kibble.
Yeah, his kibbles and bits. MS says they clear their releases with LE before podcast. I'm interested in who this LE genius is, who has that authority. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Steve, how are you? Caught a little bit of your live yesterday. There we go. So, Lewis.
Yes.
Let's go back to Deborah Leslie. So,
definitely.
You know what? I'm so bad here. Well, you talk about it for a sec, and I'm gonna bring.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about this case, so I'm interested to hear.
Sure. Hopefully it doesn't even become a case. I'm hoping that it has a positive outcome. But there's a young lady that lives close to me, and her family frequent a drive-in car show restaurant that we go to on a regular basis, and that's, I think, how Facebook popped this up on my feed, and I noticed it. But their daughter, who's 30, very close family, they keep in contact all the time, spoke to the mother on the 18th in the morning. And after that, there was no more contact at all. She didn't show up at work. Her and her car just disappeared. I believe she lives in Crown Point, but she's from Griffith, and her family live in the Griffith area, which is, a 15-minute commute. And there's a few things that have popped up since I spoke with Sonny yesterday. She was last seen now on Tuesday. They don't give much information, or maybe it was just the vehicle, but that was the 20th. And then on Wednesday, her vehicle was seen in Hammond, Indiana at a motel parking lot. And there was a gentleman with blonde hair that was seen at the room that she was supposedly checked into. And then after that, nothing. The police are not really pushing too hard. The mother actually got a hold of the laptop, was able to locate the phone, which went dead on Tuesday. And that's how she was able to trace her to that motel, I believe.
Okay.
But since the 18th, no contact at all with anybody she knows.
So for everyone, what is this girl's name?
Her name is Deborah Leslie.
Deborah Leslie. And she went missing where?
She's from Crown Point, Indiana. Her family's from Griffith, Indiana. I from what I can tell from what's listed on Facebook, she was at home when she called her mom in the morning. So that would have been the Crown Point area. But last seen on the 20th in Hammond, Indiana, at the Motel 6 on Klein Avenue in that parking lot.
Oh.
And like I said, I don't know if anyone confirmed it was her. They just confirmed her car and a room checked out in her name and a blonde gentleman that was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that day that the car was seen there was the day that her phone went completely dead. They can't track the phone after that. But they did locate that phone using her laptop. And then after that, there was no more communication.
And she's a twin as well. As you were saying, right, Lewis?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You said she was a twin as well.
Yes. Yeah, she has a
Yeah.
twin sister. There's other family too, but her twin posted up there because they, I guess, keep in contact regularly too. And I guess when we're saying this too, the only thing that's really known to connect is her vehicle. And it's a 2006 Mazda 6 in red. A red 2006 Mazda 6.
Okay. All right. And is there a number or anything that we can put out that if
Yeah, let me see if it's back on this one,
They've
Adam.
not put a phone number out, but I believe the Griffith Police Department is the department where they reported her missing. And that would probably be the best contact.
okay.
I don't see one on here as I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I said I've noticed a few more things popped up today after I spoke with you earlier, and that was the location of the car and the motel on the 20th. And then the 21st was the last day the car was seen there with a blonde gentleman.
I can hear you, Deb.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
But like I said, it's something that I wanted to at least get out there because it's close to home here, and then there's some ties to a place that we frequent, and people don't normally just disappear like that with no contact when they're very close with their family.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Well, I appreciate you guys giving us some time to put that out there.
Yeah. I'm not seeing a ton about it on the actual Google search, to be honest with you.
No, the only reason I found stuff is because of the Facebook connections with people that are friends of family, and that allowed me to see things pop up on the feed originally. And then when I put her name into Facebook, it comes up with a lot of the newer information that people are posting. But I didn't find anything on Google at all, really.
Right.
And when
I'm sorry.
When did this? I missed some of it because I had to hop in. When did all this occur? When did
Her
she go
last
missing?
contact was Sunday morning. That was on the 18th with her mom, and that was on a phone call. And then the last visual confirmation of her vehicle, I don't know if they actually saw her, but the vehicle was on the 21st, and that was at the Motel 6 in Hammond. And they identified a gentleman with blonde hair being in the room that was in her name. But, there's no actual visual confirmation that I can see of her actually being there, just her car and a gentleman that was with the car.
Okay.
One second, just gotta answer some.
There's so many things happening with people disappearing, and it's getting worse and worse with trafficking. Females and males alike need to be so careful and so aware of their surroundings. When you're coming out of anywhere, look and see who's parked next to you. Is somebody in the car? Or is there a van next to you? Like, if you have to go back in and get a manager to escort you to your car, do it. You can't really take anything for granted.
Have you noticed those 3 reports at the Lafayette Walmart within the last few weeks? Gentleman was, there was a gentleman that was following 3 different women in the store, young mothers with kids, and the connection was they heard the walkie-talkie and him describing them over his walkie-talkie. And then one of the 3 noticed a gentleman following her in the parking lot after she left the store. So they're now getting smart enough to actually not follow them out of the store. They're using communication with other people. And that was in Lafayette, 3 different people, 3 different reports at that Walmart.
Right. And think of how students just flooded back into Lafayette.
Yeah.
I will tell you that several years ago, I had an experience where they used a lookout in the store. It was on Black Friday, and my friend and I went shopping, and my husband had gotten a big vehicle. I think it was called a Jimmy. It was his dad's, and I said, I'm going to take that because it has lots of space and she and I are going to fill that up. We're going to do our whole Christmas shopping, on this day. And we started at 6 a.m. and, went till it was dark. The last store we were in, we walked in, we saw a car pulling out. I'm like, oh, a parking space. And I pulled right in it. Well, that was the car looking for someone. That was the car with the thieves in it. And so they backed out, they pulled out, left us that space, and they chose us because it was an older model car that could be broken into easily.
Yeah.
And but where they used the lookout, and it was all caught on video. The store's parking lot had surveillance cameras, and so did the store, and we watched the whole thing on camera take place. So as we were in, this guy followed us in, and he had a bright orange beanie cap on. I mean, like fluorescent orange. And that's so that he could be spotted if he came out to say, hey, somebody's coming, right?
Yeah.
So there was a lookout that followed us around the store. And I remember making eye contact with this guy and getting a really weird feeling. When I saw him, I was on the video, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that guy. And so you got to be careful because they do use teams now to do this with.
Yeah.
And it's pretty scary.
Well, I mean, just look, we had people driving all over Peru and Delphi yesterday.
I wonder how many stalker police complaints
But
they
they
received.
were good people. You're so funny. Yeah, they were good people.
I'm sitting there talking to myself. So yeah. So I put this out for anyone that didn't see it yesterday. That was given to us. Again, thank you so much. Although I hate the word source, it always makes me laugh when I hear the word source. Source,
Yeah.
I see. So we'll call this the good friend source.
Our friend.
Or,
Our friend.
Yeah.
Our friend.
Thank you so much. Even though I know that somebody should have been somewhere else. I know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for caring about the case and about caring about us enough to trust us and doing what you did yesterday. And that goes not just for said person, but for other people that trust us to offer up. They want to talk to us behind the scenes, or they want to share stuff with us and stuff like that. We just like to have a lot of pride in what we say and what we do. And so it's a blessing when you come across people that go, you know what, we see who you are. Thank you for doing what you're doing and stuff like that. But these people too, not everyone wants to be in the limelight. Not everyone wants to be heard in that sense. But some people want to show. And this is a way that this person shows, like, look, I care about this case here. And so thank you. I'm sure he's probably going into his truck at this moment to get that big bag of dog food out of his truck. I don't know. Anyways, so this is exactly like I said. Do you see him in handcuffs at this point? No, not at all. Yeah. So so if anyone still feels like he is, no, it's not true. It's not true. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys on that one.
Sonny, if I sent you a picture of the car and of Leslie, would you mind putting that up, Deborah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I didn't think to send that to you earlier, and as I was getting on my other phone, I realized that we might throw up a visual.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just, sorry, I got tons of tabs open here. Let me just go find it first. Okay. And I'm not sure if there's anything going on in chat, if people are saying anything that Deborah or Adam or anybody wants to look at or see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little out of it just tonight. I'm just riding the wave here. Okay, let me just take.
Well, we were talking about the walking back in the store, and I actually just was rewatching an interview with Anna Williams where she talked about coming out of a store with Abby when she didn't say how old Abby was, but she said that you know, they got to the car and the guy said something to her along the lines of like, "You don't remember me," and Abby, I guess, had said to Anna she got a weird feeling from him, and Anna had said in that interview, I believe it was with what's his name that has the colored brick walls,
Renner.
Jason Hebert.
Hebert.
Yeah, I think it was in that interview that she did with him, and she said, you know, she said the same thing you did, Deb. You know, as far as like, you know, have someone walk you out of the store. You know, always follow your gut in a situation like that. And that was something I had not picked up on the first time I heard that interview.
And I think the days of if you just, you know, go wherever you go and go with a friend, I think those days are gone. It needs to be a group. If your kids are doing something, they need to be in a large group, not just two of them. I mean, it's happening that there are, you know, multiple people looking to take 1, 2, or more at a time. So, and it goes for adults as well.
I know Deb, not to make it light of the situation, my sister said to me, I think it was my a birthday or two ago, she said, "Doesn't it feel good to finally be at an age where you don't have to worry about being trafficked anymore?"
Right.
And I was like, well, not when you put it like that.
That's funny. And just so you know, Adam, I sent Alexa the handwriting analysis for Kegan Kline, so you know, and I also sent her. I just sent her what I could for mine for KD for Keegan Dunker. But anyway, so just so you know, so I want to verify again, but I think Alexa should be on next Friday to go over the Kegan Kline handwriting analysis. She has a wealth. Yeah, and you know what? I mean, I'm personally going to sit back and read it myself tonight, all of it. But
yeah, I read it.
Yeah, so yeah.
And I was remembering some of the. I won't say it because I don't want to spoil anything, but I was remembering some of the things that Alexa taught us, and I was like, I see this, I see that.
Yeah, and if anyone didn't watch that video of the cryptic note and stuff like that, then, like I said, she'll be doing Kegan Kline's, I think on Friday coming up. Sorry, I'm going to call. You're back.
Yeah, she'll be, Alexa should be on Friday evening to go over the letter that Kegan Kline had written to somebody while in jail, you know, and I think it was in May he would have written it. So that'll be really interesting since she is a handwriting analyst.
Yeah, I think that'll be really, I mean, I loved what she had to say, you know, just about the cryptic note. But I think it'll be really incredible to see, you know, like for her to have all those pages of, you know, Kegan's handwriting.
Right.
It should be really good.
And
tell
for the
your
person
friends.
that sent that to us and that is allowing us to, you know, have that analyzed, you know, thank you very much, because I really appreciate that and really being helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. It does give insight, you know. Like I said, even if we already know, it's kind of like for the cryptic note, right? It's just like, again, someone that's a professional is going to use what they normally use, how they determine what a possible meaning is. It's a generalization of what most people do. So they found that there was a lot of Fallon hooks or a Fallon clause, what you were saying, in serial killers' handwriting. So it doesn't mean everyone, just like I write big, right? So again, it doesn't mean that everyone that writes big has egos or, you know, this and that. I've always been very curvy and swirly with my letters, and I've always written big.
You've always been curvy.
Always swirly.
And swirly, yeah. But it does help you give some insight into a little bit more that maybe, like for me, I always just take everything with a grain of salt. And then if I see something and go, you know, that maybe there's something to that. For instance, and I can't, who was it? that sent me the Kai Pai video, which I'd seen before. I'd actually seen before, but I kind of forgot about it because there's so many different things out there for Kai Pai. You know, like there's so many things that it could truly mean. It is interesting that Kai Pai, the game, I think it was, what was that titled? Killer of the Kai Pai or Kill the Kai Pai or something like that.
Right.
But if you honestly looked at that person's, unless there's more out there, but when you looked at that person's views to how long ago it was done, it's so nominal, but I don't exactly know. Hey, who out there plays Roblox?
Tony Klein or Kegan Kline had a Roblox account.
Yeah. Who plays Roblox over there? Out here in the chat. Because I know it's a good thing for kids, and I know that, you know. Hey, Kristen. Yeah, if anyone plays Roblox, does anyone know? Because I know that there's Pinkie Pie, you know, like a thing called Pinkie Pie. But I'm just curious if anyone knows if Kai Pai and Roblox is like has some, like, if that's part of the, you know, literature of the game in a sense.
That's an interesting fact.
Yeah. I wonder if Greeno watches us from behind the bar, Sonny. Stalking us, I think you meant to say. Yeah. Well, hopefully he just gets to, he has, you know, I mean, it's probably untrue, but hopefully he doesn't have any access to anything, to be honest with you. I can understand if you're like, you know, doing your time and you've earned some rights and stuff like that. But being able to come on live, being able to talk on a YouTube channel and stuff like that, that's just crazy stuff. That was just crazy. It just seems so wrong, I remember, you know. And then the way he treated Crime Geek, I distinctly remember that too. He's like, well, if you'd quit talking, like, he was a total jerk, you know. Anyways, let's just let him keep paying his dues wherever those dues take him, you know, hopefully. Yeah. So, I'm sorry, Lewis, just to ask you,
Sure.
Did you want to get, I just don't want to keep you. Do you want to get making your drive home?
I'll hang out for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to wait till this rain passes, and then I'll head home.
Okay. Well, okay. So let me ask you this then before you start heading home there.
Sure.
With Delphi, was there anything on your mind with Delphi or Tony Kline or anything that you were thinking of recently that you wanted to bring up?
I still don't see Tony Kline being connected directly. I mean, if there's some roundabout backwards connection where they're in there somehow, maybe, but I just can't place him in that area or on that bridge or anywhere near the property. It just doesn't fit for me. But like I said, it keeps popping up.
Yeah. When you say place him, you mean in your mind you can't think of him in that way doing that, or you have actually tried to okay.
No,
right.
Just in my, well, also too with things I've found out and seen, I just can't see him being part of whatever was involved in doing this. I don't see something this complex if it was just a spur of the moment, we're going to commit this crime for one reason or another. And I don't see any masterminded plot that would involve him in doing something like that. I just can't see him connected in either scenario.
Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting. One of the things, and I'll just bring this out, that's in the letter that Kegan wrote that we have, is that his dad was a meth user. Now, we don't know if that's true because we know that Kegan and the Truth are not the best of friends. Yeah. But I thought that was interesting because, you know, who was his supplier? Like, who did he know?
Yeah,
that was a supplier.
Who did he owe, or who did he owe?
Right.
Exactly.
I found that interesting in the letter as well.
You know, only because I know something recently, I would have agreed more so with what you just said. Absolutely, Lewis. I kept trying to place Tony over Kegan. Who would be the one that somebody went to start the chain of events? Is how I was been looking at it. And only because of some recent information, I can now understand. And Deb, to that comment about the meth, that would fall right in line with exactly. So I didn't know that until you just said that right now. So that would make sense to a piece of information that I just recently knew. So yeah, so now I actually can think of Tony Kline in a different way. No, I'm not going to share that information because, again, I like to relook. Like I like to understand my train of thoughts and it kind of fitting together before I even really talk about it. But probably chances are, I'm just trying to understand who was it that went to the Klines, either Kegan or Tony. But it's making more sense to me that it's Tony is actually the one that I feel is, only because you don't know the information I'm talking about. So when Deb just said meth there, it made sense to me.
Right.
Okay.
And again, we don't know that to be true. It's just what his
it's
son
just,
wrote to someone in a letter.
Yeah. If it is true, I mean, it could be. I mean,
Right.
most people out there are doing it,
Yeah.
But
And
if it is,
I remember listening to what is his name? The YouTuber that interviewed
yeah, Aaron Mull, that one.
Aaron, right. He interviewed Tony's friend, and he said that Tony had bragged that he had done every type of drug imaginable. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true either, but I thought that was
Well,
interesting.
yeah, usually if enough people are saying it, and probably, yeah, usually if there's enough people are saying it, usually there's some truth that lies in there somewhere. But again, anything with the storyline, it's all speculative.
Right.
It's just simply all speculative. Besides the fact of, if there's enough people that are saying it, there likely becomes truth to something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you guys hit the thumbs up for us if you could do that? That would be great.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. So, Lewis, was there anything else you wanted to?
No, I think that's it for tonight. I said my main thing was I wanted to get that young lady's information out there because it's been a short period of time here, and you know how things are. The longer it goes on, the chances of a good outcome drop.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, being a twin myself, like a mother knows, first of all, when something's wrong. But when you have a twin, unless you're at odds with your twin, twins, like, I just can't see when, I mean, it happens, I guess, but I just can't see the twin talking to her mom. And then she has a twin as well, which is a very special bond, and then just disappearing. Like, let's pray and hope that this story has a happy ending. I hope I'm wrong in my thoughts, to be honest, because again, it's just when something's not normal, it's obviously there's something amiss. Like it's usually not, you know what I mean? It's a slight chance that usually a good outcome happens when something is taking a bit longer. But let's pray for Deborah Leslie and their family. And yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, subscriber.
Thank you, Chris. And yeah, for anyone that is watching, if you're not subscribed, we are just shy of 5,000 subscribers. So hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. You have a great evening. I'm gonna head home now, and I'll watch when I get there.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Lewis.
Be safe.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, gloss. You know what? I'm gonna gloss because my mouth could probably, my lips could probably use it. Thank you. This is for you, Chris, for subscribing, Chrissy.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. And we are, and thanks to you guys and everyone that's following us, of course. You know what? We love it because it just means the higher you get in subscribers, the more awareness you're bringing out there. And we love our purpose. And I know you guys, not everyone that has YouTube channels and stuff like that, but you guys come in here for your purpose and for your reasons. Like I said, some people camera shy. Some people don't want to be put out there, but they want to come in here because they care about the missing and the murdered. And at the end of the day, that's the most beautiful part of all of this, is that people truly care about the missing and the murdered.
Mm-hmm.
No attachments to it. You know, there's a lot of people out there that just, like I said, it's just because maybe, you know what, it's a lot of times because they have a similar story, or they just simply care. Like, I just, sometimes your path just leads you on a path that you didn't know was going to happen. Like mine, for instance, I didn't know true crime, I was going to be in here. It's still like, even still to this day, I'm like, how did I get in this again? Oh, right. I clicked on the Delphi Murders video.
Same.
Yeah. Just arriving. Actually, I've done a great job getting to the 5,000 count. Well, we're not there yet, but if people aren't subscribed, that would be great. I know, isn't that cool? Yeah, that when it's nice that YouTube does, it's a partnership. If anyone does have, their a channel and stuff like that, they know, right, that they come out with a lot of ways, and they keep coming out with more different ways, like shorts and different ways that people can earn revenue. And again, at the end of the day, it was funny, murder sheets. Anya, she was saying that. I heard her say that. She's like, at the end of the day. And I'm like, yeah, we know that expression. Yeah.
We've heard it a time or two.
Yeah. It's just,
I bet she got it from you.
Maybe. Yeah. Or it's just one of those common expressions, one of the two.
Right.
But it's just really nice that, you can have a partnership in a sense like YouTube, where, again, because ad people, they want to put their ads out there. YouTube is the source to do that because millions, billions of people use YouTube. So that the ads are the things that generate the income for YouTube.
Yeah.
And, and for us, plus when people donate, obviously that's just a given. But at the end of the day, it's a nice little partnership, and YouTube just keeps coming out with more ways for channels to do that. Because I've said this for quite a while now, Deb. Like, I know that at the I was gonna say at the end of the day, I'd like to do this as full time, because it means a lot to me. Actually, I didn't think about it that way because it was just about, just racing home after work, trying to get some stuff done, spending that time. But then you look at your life and you go, well, this is really fulfilling. I really like the fact. I love it. I love the fact once I got over the deepness of the topic and I was able to kind of box that in a separate shelf and put those.
Some days.
Hey, yeah.
Some days.
Right, exactly. Because it's so sad that there's all these people that wish that they had voices. So I reached out to Deborah Leslie's mom, Maggie. I reached out to her and said, hey, look, we're a YouTube channel. I am just offering you that if you want a voice, to put your voice on here, because it's knowing that the case right now is very little, like there's a little bit of things out there, but if you want a voice, that's exactly what we're here for. So I'm just putting that out there for you. I'm so sorry about what's happening with your family, And, and I did that because obviously, like I said, there's cases that get a lot of exposure, and this one's just fresh, and it might not get the exposure hardly at all, but that's what we're here to do. It's just offer those services if people want to. It's a great feeling, isn't it, guys? Honestly.
Yeah. Carol had a question. She wanted to know if Kevin Greenlee was a registered lawyer and what type of law he practiced. And I believe he is a real estate attorney. That's what I've heard. And that, yes, he is, an active, ongoing.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you there?
I guess Sunny left us.
Oh, sorry. I was just, sorry. I had my thing up. Jessica Bishop, were you guys hearing rumblings of an arrest before the rumor started yesterday? No.
Yeah, we've been hearing that things were coming up the pike.
Yeah, from yesterday morning. Well, Deb alerted me to it.
Yeah. at the end of the day, it was one of those things. We had heard it for a while in the morning, and it was because of Deb, like Adam just said, and we were just
Actually,
like,
the first thing I got was something from you, Sonny.
was it? Oh yeah, was it for me?
Well,
Was it for me? See,
I got something Friday night, but I didn't.
Oh, I know what it was.
But I didn't open it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know what it was. Is that I seen two different posts, one about 25 cars, and another one I think about an arrest. And so we just kind of talked about it in the back, like, hey, have you guys heard this? You know, do you guys know what's going on? Da, 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 da. And then someone told me that a certain channel confirmed that there was an arrest. Still didn't buy it, to be honest with you. We still weren't up. And then we kept hearing it. And I was getting messaged and whatever. And then it was just like, okay, well, maybe we should go live just to prepare if something does happen. And then that's when Deb started out speaking, like, we don't know what's going on. We're hearing a couple different things, of an arrest. I didn't even hear about the 6 a.m. thing, I think, till like later. And I'm sure that the person that started it probably feels bad because I seen another message, but that's exactly why, regardless, we didn't say anything because we didn't know. It's not like we had confirmation. So our friend source was able to, see exactly what Tony Kline was doing and was giving us up-to-date information on what was kind of going on. And so we were just kind of riding it out, just seeing what was going on. Never claimed anything about any arrest on Tony Kline. But yeah, so that's really how.
I think that the best sources you can get are not ones that say my cousin's next door neighbor saw it. I would never go with that. We had a source that was actually right there sending us pictures for themselves, showing it. And that's the kind of source for anyone, that's looking at that. That's the kind of source that you want, the first hand, not like my cousin's uncle's dog.
Yeah, Don, we were just trying to throw Deb under the bus.
Yeah, God.
He knows. He's being funny. He knows.
I think
really no, we heard it from Deb. We don't know.
I know. That was funny because Deb, if someone were to put me on a O stand, I would have been like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I seen Deb say it first. Like, Deb talked about it first. Because I remember seeing these couple things and I'm sure if I went back yesterday, I remember I was checking my notifications and then all of a sudden, the murder sheets one came up or whatever. So I was just like, oh, well, what's this? And, with all the different stuff going on with the search and, and a lot of things being said and whatever. And I'm just like, oh, and then I see this other post and I'm just like, oh, so I start, messaging a couple people going, hey, do you know if there's any truth to any of this?
Yeah.
And
so what would have happened if it had been true? Neither Sonny or Adam would have admitted that I was.
It was all me.
Oh, I knew that last week.
Yeah. Actually, you know what, Deb? I pulled up my crystal ball, and it was at least a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
But Adam did get something Friday night, alluding to that something was going down. He's got some good sources. Sonny's got some good sources. She doesn't always share what she knows.
The Greeno stuff all came. That was really helpful as well to get from
I think because we all are very cautious, it's kind of like as we're growing as individuals on the channel and as a team, it's kind of like I forgot to tell Deb and Adam something the other day, but it's not like I'm trying to keep it, but then there are a few things that you just go, and I'm sure even Deb and Adam probably do the same, right? You just, keep it in your little box for a bit and then you open it up when you need to. But because there's sometimes you just do make a promise to someone like, hey, I'm not going to share this, and then you just keep it to yourself, and then when it becomes available, it again,
Mhm.
it's just we're all very reluctant to throw stuff out there, because there's a lot of stuff that gets said. And
Mhm.
and again, I go back to the murder sheet stuff. um Adam had posted that, and it was like I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is a crock of shit. Like, I'm not really paying any attention to it. If there's truth to it, then it will come out and it will play out. I just kind of push it off to the side. Not really, I was just like, come on, come on. Someone's saying that KK and TK did the whole thing, and KK, who's the puppet master sitting in his Jeep, and I think even somebody else said that to me today. Kelly, I think. And then, can you picture that? I can't. I can't picture that. So you're sitting there reading it going, so is this what the story's going to be? That's what I was started thinking. So is this what the story's going to be? Is it going to be one of these things where that someone's going to take the rap because their lives are in jeopardy? So they basically got to shut up, and, and this is how it's going to play out. And I'm just like, really, it could possibly happen, because you don't know. I don't know. Steve and CD and Cop Facts and stuff, those people live in that world of how things are done. I don't know. I just know with Karina McClurkin's case, I was really disappointed in just learning that a lot of people aren't going to face any responsibility because they're informants and stuff like that.
Speaking of Karina McClurkin, I've
Sure.
not spoken to Jerry today, but today was the day that her
Mhm.
family was hosting
Oh.
a memorial, and tomorrow is would be birthday. So everyone say a prayer for the McClurkin family tonight and
Right.
tomorrow, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they'll continue to need our thoughts and prayers. And yeah, if I do hear anything from Jerry about it, though, I will pass that along.
Mhm.
I
Thank you.
really do. Yeah, I really do hate it because honestly, Adam, and I hate to admit it, but yeah, I would have made up a little video thing. I know I've
Sure.
been sick for the last couple of days, but still, I hate it when there's so a lot on my plate and I can't remember everything, and then a date comes like today, and even although you had said it many times, it just comes and goes sometimes, and I feel bad because usually at the last second something is mentioned, and then I'll be like, oh crap. Okay, because you guys know I like to do my little videos and stuff like that. So, yeah. So prayers for the Jerry McClurkin, and
James,
I'm
yeah.
I'm so glad that Karina's remains were found.
Right.
Like when I even say that, all I can picture is Jerry fighting tooth and nail for all these years to bring answers. She was that person that stood out, that just
Right.
fought. I didn't, we didn't know about the story. We wish we would have, paid more attention to it, or knew about it sooner, in a sense. Michael was talking about it, and that's the reason why I even knew about it. Unfortunately, he never made sense, so I could never make 2 cents out of what he was saying. I just remember watching a few clippings myself, but it's so nice that Karina McClurkin is home and can be laid to rest with the proper love that she deserves. It's so sad. Yeah. You're right. Kristen, it was there as well, but there was somebody specifically that lives in Peru that put that information out as fact, and then I think the Kokomo Now got hold of it. The other channel ran with it, thinking it was true, and it wasn't. It was as simple as that. So so I remember making a comment like, well, go tell Tony to write a letter and put it on said neighbor's door, to at least have your facts straight before you post shit about me. Because if you're saying that you're pretty much a neighbor, I mean, I'm not going to knock it too much just for the fact of I'm looking at the good that came out of it in a lot of ways. Again, it brought a lot of awareness. It brought a lot of people together. A lot of people of us were just, I mean, we weren't really expecting, like we were hoping, but you're always kind of going, does this really sound like, but so it is what it is, right? At the end of the day, nothing's ever going to run to perfection. I just like the fact of how many people gathered together. Steve was on our show. Fig was on our show, and I mean, that was just a treat in itself, to be honest with you. And, and like I said, I know the family has been down this road so many times that to them, they're just like, yeah, when I see it, I'll believe it type of thing. And they trust me. They probably would have been in contact, and maybe with Carter saying, just ignore what's out there, or something like that. False. I'm sure somebody's telling him, hey, you know what? None of that's true. But I'm sure that they knew that anyway. Yeah. There's a neighbor who is standing by what she saw. Well, neighbor can stand by what she saw, but right? But when somebody's clearly following him in his own vehicle and getting pictures and knowing that he picked up dog food and stuff like that, and then we had that picture, and I mean, that speaks for itself. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it was actually the person who posted it said that their friend or relative was a neighbor, and the neighbor says that's what happened.
Yeah.
And that person who posted it is standing by that.
Yeah.
So again, we talked about earlier, I don't like to use sources that say, well, my cousin's neighbor or, something like that. I want a firsthand, and I want a picture or some kind of documented evidence.
Right. Again, where was the pics? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that we were able to secure, those pictures that show where he was. So.
Yeah. Well, and person following him that, said he was getting dog food.
Right.
So, I mean, like I said, a lot of us were disappointed, but I mean, I can't say I was disappointed because there's been a lot of buzz, but I don't, what's that saying? I don't count my chickens before they're hatched type of idea.
Right.
And then,
and I also wanted to say that people were saying, well, we'll know it'll be on the news. But the truth of the matter is that the news here is really behind on the knowledge of what's going on, because things that we knew about 4 and 5 days earlier, we know about something 4 or 5 days earlier, it's making the news here, right? And in some cases, a couple weeks. So and in some cases, they are getting their information from people like us who are doing the digging. So that's not always true.
Yeah. And Doug Carter, he said some of it was nonsense.
Right. Some of it was nonsense. And
which is true. Some of it was nonsense.
Right.
It felt like one of those little tornadoes that was little building and building and building. And then
game of telephone, but
so
Adam,
have you heard anything more on Greeno's arrest?
I have not. I've not heard anything more on Greeno's arrest. I know that the 28th is the date of the injunction or whatever it's called. I believe it's the 28th is the next court date.
Yeah, and is that the one for stalking?
Yes.
Okay.
Dab, is there any update on Greeno's arrest? Is it related to stalking Crime Geek?
That's what we just
said. Yeah.
We literally just said that.
Oh.
Poor Sonny. But just remember this: you are looking great, even though you feel horrible. You look great.
Not and to address Nadia, he there was a charge, but no, he was given a new charge for stalking.
Yeah.
I'm just all about people paying for justice when they rightfully deserve it. Whether it's Greeno, anybody else, myself included. I've never done anything wrong with the law, but I'm just saying, just be accountable for whatever. And that's why, for me, I just always remember what my stepdad said to me. If you ever were to ask my stepdad about who I was when I was little, he would say, "You always stood up for what was right," and that's me. It's not that I think about it. It's just actually, you know what sucks about it? Now that I think about it, as I'm saying that, I think about how many times I stick up for people, and it's very rare when somebody sticks up for me. Um, Adam, I know, did the other day, and I appreciate that. I know Deb would, and there's other
I
people
have.
out there that, yeah, and in my real life, but I always stand up for other people all the time without even thinking about it. But most people don't like to put themselves in the middle of controversy and stuff like that. I don't even think about that. I'm always just looking at what's right, what's wrong. You know, if somebody's getting attacked, am I going to go help? Of course I am. Am I going to do something? Am I going to turn a blind eye? Of course I'm not. I'm not built that way. Some people are, but it's always about what's right, So if it sounds hypocritical to some people or whatever, I don't care. But it's always just to me about what's right and what's wrong. There's some normal boundaries in life, try to be good to people, try to be kind, try to be this, and like I said, so if someone wants to sling shit, I'll sling it back if I feel like it, you know. But other than that, I'm never usually someone to start something. I just, always just try to be respectful of people until someone wants to sling shit and I get sick of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Kristen,
Go ahead.
I was just going to read what Kristen had said there. It was,
Which one?
what do we?
You find
Yes,
it.
he was using chirping device to threaten, and we were talking serious life-threatening threats. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
You talking about Greeno on this one, or
Yeah.
yeah? I have no sympathy for him. None.
Leopard
I went out
can
the window.
change your spot sometimes.
Yeah, you guys probably know this too. You guys probably in chat too, right? You know when to waste your time on people and when not to. I don't have time for game playing. There's people out there that truly want help and they truly want to make themselves better and they truly want that type of love and support. And there's other people that no matter how, you can't lead a horse to water it and make him drink. And there's other people that I know when not to give my time to because I know it's just a way. Like I learned that through this freaking narcissistic freaking, oh my God, I don't even know how many disorders this person had. Anyways, regardless, there was a very much of a learning lesson for me on all the different things that I didn't know people had, issues that people could have. But it also taught me about myself. But I learned where my boundaries lie. I literally had to cut that person out of my life because as much as I am strong and can do a lot of things, this person was absorbing all of my energy, all of my time, trying to play with my mind, but I was too smart for it. But yet, by the same token, I was allowing said person to interfere, like, you know what I mean? To play these games, thinking that I was trying to make him a better person. And I was like, this is an online gaming person I met a long time ago, by the way. But anyway, so I just know who to give my time to and where not to. And that's just how I roll, really.
Mm-hmm.
I like to give it to people who truly do want help. That truly do need, that truly do want to make changes. Anthony Greeno is not one of those people.
Frank, aren't you supposed to be in bed today? I hope you're feeling a little bit better.
Yeah. No, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah.
Right. Kristen says he's a frightening kind of criminal because he's so slick and charismatic and manipulative personality, and he conned 20,000 people to follow him online and send him money. Well, not all 20,000 sent him money. He'd really be rich, wouldn't he? But yeah, there were times he did good, like great production. He had so much potential, but in the end, he just could not hold it together.
Frank, did you make me sick then? Is it you, that dude that gave me this through the internet? You coughed on me or something? You got a little voodoo doll of me sit beside your bed going, Sonny, if I'm sick, you're going to be sick. But you know what? You can only be conned if you allow yourself to be conned. And this is what I'm always talking about. It's accountability. It's accountability. I'm responsible for this mouth and what comes out of it and and what happens on the show and stuff like that. That's, I'm the one that's in charge of that. So I'm responsible no matter what.
Right.
So I never try to put that on somebody else. And that's what it comes down to.
And people like him, they know how to make you feel like they have everything in common with you. They know how to pull your heartstrings. They know how to do that. And it's the sympathetic, caring people, a lot of times that get drug into a relationship with somebody like that. So.
Right. I've done it myself. Exactly. It is. It's like we're like little freaking magnets to that type of personality. Like they just attract to the caring people. They do. But it's just that there's some people that, again, like myself, who has been through a lot in life, and you get a harder shell. I have a pretty hard shell when it comes to attacks on me, and that's just because of being attacked. After a while, it just gets old and boring. But there's other people out there, like my twin sister, who takes things in a different manner than I do. So if someone made a comment to her, anything to do with her weight or anything like that, she would tear up and start bawling and stuff like that. Whereas I'm just like, don't care. But that's what it is. Like with Greeno, you got these people, but you got these people that were following him, but a lot of people didn't even look him up to even see what he was doing. And that was the frightening part. I mean, I suggest, honestly, that just like I do, or look up someone on for your daughter or your whatever son. Go to that person's background. You guys' access is like ridiculously easy to access. But so it's like when somebody emailed me today, and you know who you are. Thank you. But anyways, I just go right
and we know who you are.
I know, such a joke. But anyways,
do I?
Huh?
No, it is a secret.
Not yet. We'll tell you.
Yeah. But it's just like I'm just gonna take your email, I'm gonna plunk it in online, onto the program, and I'm gonna find out all the shit about you that I want to know, because it's so easy over there. But if you have children and you want to keep yourself away from these predators, like I said, anyone that looks up Anthony Greeno online, you're going to find a plethora of information. You're going to see articles, you're going to see videos from news channels of him being a con man, being, with his whole, what was it called again? You guys, when he has that fake bag. What?
Which one?
Oh,
Which
the
con?
one, the bounty hunter one, where he's acting like he's allowed to be there, and then they're totally calling him out. Thank you, Duck and Felon
subscriber.
Yeah. And so, but you guys have access to do that. I would suggest, if you have children, and honestly, but they have to be over a certain age in order for you to look them up. But if your daughter's like 21 or something like that, and you want to see if this person has some crime records going on or something like that, do that stuff. Because there's just a lot of unstable people out there in this world, including the person that emailed me today. I'm so sorry you're unstable. I'm so sorry that you need meds. I'm so sorry that you feel like you need to spend your life talking to me, actually. But thank you. Thank you for all the attention you give me. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's just the crazies, wackos. There's a lot of them out there. I feel like a very thorough person until got to this community. Did I start seeing the craziness around the case? I lost my son to cancer. Oh my goodness, Kristen. I lost my son to cancer at the age of 4, and I've been through plenty. I try to help. Yeah, see.
Oh, Kristen, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that just made me children, especially, 4 years old. Wow. I'm so sorry.
If I could give you a hug right now, I would. Just know I'm sending you a hug.
You know what? I'm glad that you're using that power and energy to do something beautiful with your time in honor of your son.
That's heartbreaking.
Yep. Be right back.
so very sorry. Oh my goodness. And then I guess I was left alone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you just, so much sadness in the world.
Yeah. You know, sorry,
There's a lot
Kristen.
of love though too.
I have a son who's 25, you know, that treats me like shit. And it's so hard when I see that somebody lost a child, and mine's alive and well, you know, and it's like, but yet he treats his mom like shit. And here you have, like I said, a loving mom. I can tell that you are. Kristen, just to ask you, was this your only child? I don't know, but regardless, it's I could not imagine. You know, I only have one, and I couldn't imagine. So, blessings to you for all that you do. You know, keeping other people's stories alive as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just kids are just a real soft spot, sore spot.
Yeah. Thank you, Freckle Joy.
Yeah, it doesn't
You
take
think
away
more
from the. Yeah, sorry, you're hitting the button too.
I didn't hear anything.
What did Freckle Joy say? I have to start driving to work. I'll be listening in the car. Oh, okay. I thought you would hit the button as well. Yeah, love and prayers. Thank you, Kristen.
Teresa, sorry for your loss as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people with, you know, heartache and things that have happened to them in this world, and I commend them because they continue to go on, and like Kristen, and I'm sure Teresa too, try to take that and put it into something positive that they can give back and honor their child or spouse or whoever it is they've lost.
You know, absolutely. And this isn't a plunk for what I do, for my channel that I created called Strike a Pose. But it's things like that when I create tribute videos, and then I started my webpage not too long ago, that's exactly the things that I think about, is that somebody can take those memories. I can create a beautiful video for said person, because I know one of the things that I love the most was the fact that, sorry?
My goodness. You were lagging and frozen a little bit. You're blurry. But I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
Oh, did I? Okay. Yes, okay.
You're still doing it. You probably need to go out or something. And
I just like the fact that my mom and my dad. Am I?
Yeah,
you're.
Right.
She's gonna come back in. Charlotte, our hearts go out to you as well. I can't even imagine.
Oh.
It's hard to put into words anything that, I mean, you'd like to say something. You're still doing it. You'd like to say something that would make all the difference in the world, but what do you say?
Exactly, Deb.
Am I lagging?
You're a little bit better now.
Too many tabs open, Sonny.
Okay, let me know if it gets better.
And
you have tabs open?
No,
JC, thank you for subscribing. I don't think the music went off, but thank you.
Because I was doing that. Am I better?
Hi, Alexa.
Am I lagging still?
Yeah, keep talking.
You keep freezing. And then, yeah.
Am I lagging?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all we have to do is just keep telling her that she's lagging.
Yeah, we'll just keep telling her she's lagging.
And get rid of her anytime she goes on.
Welcome to the Deb and Adam show. We are all so tired today. I think everyone is. Even people in chat are saying that yesterday just wore them out. So make sure everybody's hydrating and get some rest this evening.
You've
been burning the candle at both ends because you've been covering for people at work and.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that I was like around yesterday to even like to when all the stuff was going on with the potential arrest.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know your son was an Adam.
Oh. It's a great name. I was thinking the other day, like your parents picked a really nice name for you. Adam, I like that. I like Adam.
Am I better or worse?
I think you're better.
Yeah.
Am I better?
Let's go with it. Put that positive energy out there.
Okay. Am I better, guys?
Yeah.
I can't tell. Yeah.
How many times do you think people watch a YouTube show and they hear, is it better? Am I lagging? Is there an echo? Am I lagging?
Yeah. Well, let me know if it happens again. And yeah, so I was just going to say to what I was trying to say before was that I just think that my mom's and my dad's video are things that I can keep looking back on to have memories. There's the songs that were their favorite songs and stuff like that. But now, as you guys know, I create the videos. You can just do so much more to create those beautiful moments. That's what I love, is that you can build a memory of the stuff that means the most to you. And hence, I like making them. Like I like doing the tribute videos. They take a lot of work, more work than just a regular video. But it's for that purpose. And at some point, maybe down the line, maybe the family member sees it. Maybe they, somebody else that cares about it, likes it, So anyways, that's all I wanted to say about that.
Yeah, Angel, and if you want, I don't know if you're referring to what we're talking about tonight, or if you want, we did a video on Friday, or what day was that? That we did the Greeno video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There was,
Thursday.
Yeah, I think it was Thursday or Friday.
Friday.
Where we did a live, where we updated all of the stuff that was going on with Greeno. And also, if you want to check out our friend Cold Truth's channel, she has a whole series.
Yeah, I think it was Friday we did that at 6, right?
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah. So there was Friday at 6, and then one later on that we did with Alexa.
No, there wasn't one 3 days long, Callie. So Ray, to answer your question, because I'm the one. So for me, there's absolutely a pig at the crime scene, whether it's one or two. A snout is a snout. And Ozzy said that Ozzy sent me a picture, and I think I answered you back, Oz. Because I think it was Ozzy that was in the store that took a picture of a mask. And I already know that a mask is there. And so I'm hoping that it's sort of not a real pig, but a mask. But definitely for me. So that's just my work. Stuff like that. People can believe it or not believe it. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm going to say yes to that. Because everything, actually, I've come across another camera. I'm still working on showing it in the best light. But again, I'm just trying to understand exactly the reasoning of this. And the more I feel like I understand the crime scene, the more I understand the reason behind it all. This has always been a very special case. Me, Deb, Adam, I know yourselves put ridiculous time into the case out of love for Abby and Libby and the families. And so for me, this is like at the end, it becomes a personal thing, right? So I hate to say that it's relaxing, but one of my favorite things to do is take the pictures, take out, from the crime scene, and just see what else. Because I always feel like the crime scene has a lot of information to the story and to who's exactly in the picture. But none of this will all just be theorizing and showing stuff. So whether I believe it or not, or whether somebody else wants to believe it or not, that's totally up to them, because this becomes something for myself, first and foremost, for the girls. For the girls. Justice,
And
justice.
yeah, it's so interesting how people deal with things. Like, doing that kind of stuff is not relaxing to me at all. I get like so frustrated because I know in my mind what I want something to do, and if I can't make it, like if I can't operate the app or whatever it is, and I'm the same way. Like, I used to have an interior design business, and I would know in my mind what I wanted a room to look like and put it on paper, but then I couldn't find the things that I needed to make that happen, and I would get so frustrated.
And I get that.
I have
Yeah.
that, yeah, creativity, and it's not always out there. And what always would get me is like 4 months later, they come out with what I was thinking and looking for. I'm like, now it's out.
And this has just been a learning experience for me, because there's some things that I should put more time into that I don't, because again, not everything interests me. But so correct. So the root of everything I started with was pictures. So that's the root of where I started. So that's kind of like my home base for me. So I've spent so much time doing it. And as you keep, it's been 2 years. After 2 years, unless I'm a total idiot, I've got to have advanced in the things that I'm doing. So as I seen things maybe a year and a half ago, I can bring them into a better light, because the program, that I ended up teaching myself, because it meant a lot to me. So I'll give time where I want to give the time. Videos, again, searching for answers. It just becomes about a personal thing that I have with Abby and Libby for my own thing, to say, you know what, girls, I'm going to keep being outspoken. I am going to fight for you guys. I don't care who stands in my way or tries to knock me down, because this is about Abby and Libby for me. Again, 2 years later, over 2 years later, and I didn't think I would be here. I didn't think I'd be doing this, let alone I really didn't think that. I just figured that, hey, what?
I was reading Grizz. I was reading Grismatically.
Yeah.
Grizz,
I don't know what that has to do with the price of beans, but anyway.
I might skip that live, Grizz.
Yeah, me too.
I'm trying to understand the comment. Like,
he said he's going to go live while clipping his toenails. I don't know.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Supposed to.
Is that supposed to be funny, or it's just a random thing? It's a gross random thing, but
yeah.
I'll meet you on Tuesday. Come on, you're live, and I'll pick my nose while you do your toenails, I guess. I don't know.
EXO says, when this case is solved, will you all meet up in Delphi at True Crime Channel hosts? Sunny will be the one we have trouble getting to come from Canada, because she won't jump on an airplane for us.
Oh, yeah, all meet in Delphi. I would absolutely, if this case had closure, absolutely, I'd be on a freaking plane.
Okay, you heard it here.
To Indiana, absolutely. You don't
Just don't go to Frankfurt.
No, I'll go to Frankfurt. If Katie's name is never mentioned, I'll go to Frankfurt and personally knock on his freaking ass door and kick his ass. Swear to God. All the way but to Doug Carter and be like, dude, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you laugh.
Don't get me coughing now. But anyways, absolutely. You don't put this amount of time into something that you care deeply about. Of course, of course I would be there to celebrate. I'd be staying at Dub's house. She knows it, just like Adam would be. Yeah,
in the basement.
Yeah.
What was it? There was a TV show where somebody came to visit and they put beds out in the garage.
Oh.
Yeah. I like what EXO said there. I think it would be great, especially for closure and healing for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably won't let Sunny in the country.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Don
Probably
said
won't
they
send
probably
you-
won't let stay in the country.
Look, Jen, I know they're going to be like, yes, what's your name? I get that at the border. They already told me to prepare for you. Yeah. Hey, the thing is that when people have charges, they can't travel worth shit when they got charges. I got nothing preventing me. Freaking, I'll just do like this big hurdle past the freaking bar. But yeah, yeah, I know. I would love for that.
Carol says, "Don't let them in the house."
We'll
Well,
never
the
do-
problem is if they were here, the three of us would get no sleep whatsoever because the conversation would never stop. It's bad as it is because we're like texting and calling each other, video calling each other till 3 or 4 in the morning.
We'll go
We
live.
wouldn't sleep.
Deb's husband, like, I'm going to the hotel.
Yeah. I mean, it will be a great day when this happens, prayers. I'm always skeptical. Yeah. As much as you want justice, I'm always very skeptical of, I always feel like truth and time will give the answers, but you have to be realistic that, we see a lot of cases out there that take 20, 30 years, or some of them just never,
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you have to kind of believe that is if karma has its way with people, that at the end of the day, that even if someone didn't do their time or pay the price for what they did to somebody on earth, that somewhere else they're paying the price for that.
Right.
Because it's kind of like the people that with Delphi, right?
Right.
They some of these people have to have a heavy shoulder, like a heaviness.
Well, I'm sure most people are familiar with the Adnan Saeed case, which was season 1 of the podcast Serial, which kind of is credited for giving true crime kind of like a new popularity. But he just last week or the week before was released from prison after spending 23 years in jail and he's now eligible for another trial. But there are doubts that doubts in his guilt. So it's just really, that case has always stuck with me because he's the same age as me, and 1999 is the year I graduated high school. So he has spent the entire time I've been out of high school in prison, and he was just released last week. I'm like, it's just bizarre, and that poor girl's family now has to go through the process again of there may be people out there who have spent 23 years free for killing their daughter.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope this case does get solved here soon, because I don't want 20 years from now, I don't want to be like the gray-haired old lady sitting here wobbling in with my cane.
You know what makes me
We'll
feel
start
sad?
going on at 6.
Yeah.
Sonny, I can only stay up an hour.
Yeah. It does break my heart, but nobody, in a sense, unless you know that there's another side or anything like that, it breaks my heart for those people that were fighting for this case, like Doug Rice and stuff like that. And then they pass away. So I'll keep my faith that they learn the answers, maybe not on this side, but on the other side. Just like Ron Logan, whatever.
Right. Hoosier, the Bruiser, and
all those people.
Cat. Yeah. I had several good conversations.
Cocktail right now.
I'm sorry, what?
I bet Ron Logan's having a cocktail right now.
Yeah. I'm sure at least up there he can't get pulled over, I'm sure. Let's see here. I was just looking for a couple of things here. Is there any other comments you guys see? I was just looking for a couple of pictures. Oops.
Kiwi Bridget said, I have literally gained 20 pounds since watching this case the last few months.
I know. You guys know that, like, I try to watch what I eat And I literally ate nothing but junk when I got off of here. I was
Yeah.
like,
Just
Yeah,
well,
that's right, Kristen. Kristen Smart's case is 26 years. Yeah, exactly.
don't worry, Deb. What you don't eat, I eat for you. I'm good. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, what you don't eat, I'll eat for you. Don't worry about that.
Lisa, that's a case that I've looked into a long time ago, but I would have to refamiliarize myself on it because I know that it was one of the Lake Superior, Lake Erie, I think. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel, I feel confident that, that he probably was wrongly convicted, but my heart goes out to that family.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them now, actually,
Right. Rub it in, who dis. She's been listening to us while she's sitting by the fire and staring at the stars.
Right.
That
Yeah.
sounds wonderful. Because it's just like a nice, crisp temperature here.
Okay.
1 second. Sorry.
Yeah,
1
another case that's always stuck with me is the Jennifer Kesse case, which has had a little bit. If you're in our Facebook group, I posted a few things about it lately. But she was a woman that went missing in Florida. I believe it was 2006, 2007. I can't remember now. And she still never been found.
And we have still not heard anything about that precious little boy they found in the suitcase.
Yeah.
There's been nothing.
No, that search warrant that Sonny found yesterday in southern Indiana, I thought was interesting, just because there was nothing connected to what it was about.
Right.
I think she found it. I don't know.
Somebody did put it in the chat.
Yeah, and that's true. I know that's widely. Yeah, a lot of people feel the exact same way. Okay, yeah, it was Ohio, but it was Lake Erie, I believe, with Amy Milovich, if I remember right. I guess Ohio's on Lake Erie, right?
Oh.
Sorry, I'm here. Present.
I just know what you want to show.
Sorry.
Carol says, in 30 years, if they haven't solved this case, I'll have one of those big ear horns. And Adam won't know who he is or what's happening, rambling about back in the day. And Sonny's swinging on a gallon jug of green ginger wine.
Please don't make it be wine. I'm not a big wine fan. Okay. Let's talk Old Spice, Captain Morgan's. Yeah. Now we're talking. Yeah. Oops. That was
I saw that. Who dis? I saw that.
Is that the one I put in the? Is that the one I put in the Facebook group?
Yeah. The
that
puppies in the suitcase.
Thank gosh that someone pulled over and saved those puppies.
Right.
Kiwi said I'll be on the 600-pound show.
Oh my goodness. You have to laugh sometimes to keep from pulling your hair out and crying.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sonny, you're keeping us in suspense with whatever pictures you're coming up with.
Well, no, I wanted to show Ray because he was asking about him and I've shown them just so he didn't have to go back. So I was just trying to pull up about the piggies. So I'm going to show you this one, Ray, and whoever else cares. So right here. So, okay, this is the bunny rabbit with the ears back here. Okay. I'm just trying to give you a visual of placement here. This is the $4.99 Halloween mask, the white one. And then up here it's like this mask. It's on its side, to be honest with you, because the nostrils are down here. And it's like that's the way it looks because I've seen the nostrils, but this is the one that's more clear. So if you guys can kind of understand that, just the vision of it, can you guys kind of make out piggies just by showing you this picture? right here, like piggy ears, piggy snout right here. Can you make that out, Deborah, Adam? Or does it just seem like nothing to you when you look at it?
Deb, we can't hear you.
Oh, it's happening to her again, is it?
There we go. No. I just had my mic off.
Okay.
It's so tiny on my phone that I can't see anything.
Oh, right. So sorry for you people
Yeah.
that have phones. I have a computer, an iPad, and
Yeah, I have
whatever.
a laptop, but
Yeah, I
I'm not on it.
know. But for all you people, that suffer and only have a little phone that you're on, yeah, I mean, it makes it a tough. You know, it's funny because when you're on a smaller device, you can actually see things better. To be honest, but the minute you try to make it bigger, it's like it sucks. So, but anyways, I know, Ray. So this is what I'm talking about right here. Pig snout right here. You know, like I said, to me, clearly a pig snout. When you look at the picture in itself, you know, little pigs, let me come in, you know, bunny ear here, bunny, again, down over, I'll tell you, okay, I'll tell you, right? So this is a camera right here, but this isn't the picture to show it. What I believe I found was another camera right over about here, about there. Oh, there's Piggy Snout right there again. Can you guys make that out okay? You know, if I bring it closer, pig snout on there. So, I mean, heaven forbid that a pig snout should happen to be at the crime scene. To me, I think that that's almost idiotic that they would have left a pig snout knowing that two of them worked at hog plants, one's holding a pig a year after the date, you know, considering, you know, I don't know why, but this just reminds me of that stupidness and cockiness of these people, that things that have prevented the truth from coming out for a while. But hopefully when it comes out, I just see it in hindsight. I just go, really? You guys were that stupid that you called somebody a slaughter hog? And then there's pigs there. You guys worked at pig farms and, you know, you know, so it just all plays into what I think of as, you know, like I still think of them as idiots for the most part, to be honest with you. I feel like they just gotten away with it because it was like the perfect storm has happened. ISP, LE not working together properly. People in their egos, whatever. Doug Carter clearly saying that we missed something in the beginning of, you know. So when people keep using that old information from 2017, some of it's really just not applicable. And then some people forget about that. Kind of like when that one person so nicely emailed me and said that the Klines had literally nothing to do with it. If you remember that back in 2017, and that the Klines had nothing to do with the murders. And then I think that they forget that Doug Carter said, yeah, I believe that we missed something in the beginning, or however he worded it that way. So it's like people are selective in what they remember for certain things. And we all forget things, but anyways, that was something that was clearly said. Anyways, Ray, hopefully you can make out what I just showed you there. Don't want to show that one, actually. Good enough. Yep. That was Tony. Hey, there's Tony. You guys, there's Tony.
No, he's got 2 feet.
Yeah.
Adam. Can't believe you said that.
The mask. We'll leave up the mask.
You are so bad.
Here, piggy. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead, guys. Whatever you want to say. That was my thing. Ray, I know you didn't ask for it, but I'm showing you anyway. Just to see
Charlotte Dean says if they found a knife at the scene, why do they think that's what they're looking for? Well, we don't know what they're looking for. People are just speculating.
Yeah.
We have heard that. Yeah, we've heard that they found something electronic, but we don't even know that. That's, again, speculation. We don't have any validation on that.
Well, exactly. And we don't at all whatsoever. We don't know exactly. We've heard a couple things. We've heard that somebody found a knife a couple months ago. This is all speculation, that they found a knife, and only because of the search did that information that person realize that maybe it had something to do with the case. Might absolutely not, because obviously, right, that area exactly isn't exactly pristine. Or, this is where people just throw things, of course, in the water, right? Vehicles, whatever, everything ends up there. So the knife, all I know is that the crime scene, I can see multiple knives. And that's why when somebody said about, does anybody else, Steffa, anybody else, do you guys remember it being said about the well, how do I want to word it, Deb, about the, if the person had a collection of knives? I remember it. Or does anybody else remember it? Who does? You should remember that. Some of these people in there, when they were asking for information, if anyone knew if somebody had a collection of knives or whatever. Because I can tell you, from what I see from that crime scene, there's definitely a few knives from what I can make out. And one of them is more engrooved than the other one. And actually, I think I have one of them here, but no, I don't think I pulled it in. No, no, I didn't pull it in. So I'm just going to leave it alone. But anyways, it's just that some of these older people that have been following the case for a long time, I remember it, but you guys have to remember too, for me, this has only been about 2 years for me. Yeah, about 2 years now, actually.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Searching the stores for like blade weapons. That would which is one of the reasons I always thought they did find a knife at the crime scene, speculatively.
Yeah. Well, let me say this. Yeah, speculatively, I believe that they found a few knives at the crime scene. But as for what was in the river, or what people are speculating, again, it's just speculation to me. Just rumors until something comes to fruition. Like I said, right? Things take time. So that's why it just seems really odd when it was like Tony's being arrested. It was like, okay, is this to do with CSAM? Is this to do with information on that?
I had a perfect week. Sorry. I had a perfect week on my watch. I had a perfect week. You can't see it.
No.
You can't see it. What's it say?
Anyway, I met my move goal every day this week. Sorry, not important at all. I just interrupted you.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
I know.
I remember that law enforcement at one point, it was said that they were looking for a knife with a hook on the end. I can remember that rumor flying around.
That would make sense to me, because the reason why it would make sense to me is because on the BG, there's an item that I didn't know really what it was, but in kind of looking at it, and this could be, just something that I was seeing, but it reminded me of, I don't want to say like a hammer look, but kind of, and it was like almost like a bushwhacker thing, but that's the best thing I could say is that it had I don't know, it had like it's like a stick, but like like an axe, but not an axe type of look to it. So whatever you guys call it for bushwhacking, in a sense. I don't know. I can't think of the name all of a sudden anymore. But I just kept seeing this thing because
machete? Are you talking about a machete?
No, not a machete. It was this weird looking thing, but I can't think of the name all of a sudden. But it's a common thing that you guys would like Children of the Corn. Hey, I remember Children of the Corn, but I can't remember that.
A sickle? Yeah. A sickle.
No. Okay.
No, it was called like I don't know. It was it wasn't a hatchet, but it was
I'm having deja vu now. I feel like we've done this before.
Yeah, me too. I know that we have. And somebody actually said it before, because somebody actually sent me pictures and said, I think it's this. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, you guys, people that hack down trees in a sense, would know what it is, but it's not a machete and it's not a sickle and it's not a scythe, only because I played RuneScape, so I know exactly what those instruments are.
Right. Kristen is exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Either way, it was just On the BG, I've seen multiple things. I've seen these things that look like round balls more so and different things. And it's when I see some of these things at the crime scene, I'm just like going, because it takes me back to all the pictures I looked at, trying to figure out what was on his arm. That drives me crazy. That thing, that item that's on the same side as that knife pouch or whatever you want to call it. There's whatever is running down his arm. I don't know. Like that, it's like when you don't know because you're not a hunter, you don't know what some of the stuff is, and someone that was in that industry you might know because the guy's a hunter regardless and stuff. But when they got stuff on and you're just like, come on, somebody, come on, somebody must see this. They got to know what this is. It's like it's so there in my face, but yet I don't know what it is. And it just, when you see it so clearly, and you can't make hide nor hair what it actually is. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, I want to say something.
Sure.
As far as, murder sheets, we don't know the situation there. That law enforcement could have given them approval to release information. They did, or they might not have. So, if they didn't get approval, if they didn't get approval for what they said, then I have an issue with that. But if they did, they are journalists and that's what they do. So
that MS for the
we really can't. Yeah, we don't know. And until we find out from law enforcement whether they released information they weren't supposed to or not, we can't really judge.
Right.
I don't know. Somebody else might.
You know what? Well, we know what Steve said yesterday about someone that has given him information, said that they didn't authorize them to release certain information. And for a while there, Steve said he was believing that perhaps LE was maybe like that was their way of putting out information. I think that kind of shone light on the fact that that's probably not the case. If people, to me, it's like Google. If Murder Sheets is your Bible, then I feel sorry for you. Because there is a ton of people that do know more than Murder Sheets. Actually, I feel like I know more than Murder Sheets in a lot of ways myself on certain things. Again, but that's by doing my own homework, to be honest with you. And versus sometimes people give information that actually, helps to put the puzzle pieces together as well. At the end of the day, I think it's just everyone's responsibility to decide for yourselves what you want to believe, what you choose to want to believe, or what you want to think, and that everyone still has a right to do their channels the way that they want to. Even if we disapprove, it doesn't matter. It's their right to do whatever they want. And if people want to be, unhappy with them, then so be unhappy with them. If you don't want to watch them again, if you love their information, love it. At the end of the day, there's still, the one thing I have to say is that I'm going to put a little bit more accountability on people that are in positions that have more knowledge. There's a lot of us sleuthers that have absolutely no knowledge about LE information, what stuff shouldn't be said. They know that because they are LE and they've worked in that field. A lawyer and a journalist should be held on a higher standard in a sense of accountability, because a lot of times, like myself, I don't know what's appropriate to say always or what's not, because to some other person, like I said, if someone that works in the LE might deem it as, oh, that shouldn't have been said, type of thing, because that's their forte. My forte is deep diving, bringing out information that I can, but knowing when to withhold information as well, because again, we're not here to try to put out false information. We're trying to put out the most accurate information that we can, but it's up to everyone's individual brains.
So if there was like a world-renowned profiler and they made a statement about people on a channel, like a statement, what would you think of as a statement to have that someone a famous profiler might say about
let's see, what would that statement be? That it was clinically rich?
Yeah, I would take more credit in what that person was saying.
Yeah.
Thank you, John Kelly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just playing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like sometimes privately, sometimes privately, like Steve will send me an email and say, hey, like maybe on the down low a little bit on this part or something like that. Because again, I've not worked in the field, so it's like, okay, like obviously thank you for your advice, because you don't like you said, as a sleuther, I didn't work in that field. I don't know what they deem as evidence or not evidence or this, but I think common sense still says that there's certain things that probably shouldn't be released, and whatever. I just always follow my heart when I do things, and I try to keep as accountable and as caring and loving to it all as I can, with still fighting for justice, whether it's wrong to some people or right to some people. I don't know. It's everyone's entitled to their own thing. I just think that there are people out there that do know better than myself, that have a little bit more accountability, because they know for sure what should be not going out there. And that if you're a lawyer and you're a journalist, you have a high, just like the FBI, that Jennifer Coffindaffer, right?
Yeah.
She has a higher accountability, because what they say has a lot more credibility than what I'm saying. That's just a guarantee. That's just a fact.
Wow. Until they start saying crazy things.
Yeah. But like even Alexa, right? Alexa, she did 16 years profiling, and she still does it, for helping others and handwriting. So who am I to, you know, I'll take the information, just like John Kelly, the profiler. I'll take their information, and some of it will be helpful. And again, people can take out of it what they want, but I'll definitely always listen to the expertise of what others have to say when that is their forte, and it's not mine. Sunny still does what she wants regardless, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of one to live and let live, but still, there's tons of information that we have that we just don't put out there. We know it's not the right thing to do. No, it's not a curve site. You always know when certain things are more private than not. So I don't know. That's all I gotta say about that, really. Preach it. Preach it.
That's all I've got to say about that.
Yeah. It always just boils down to that things are going to happen. Oh my God, that letter you sent. Oh, you seen the O's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks.
I hear your analysis of that letter, Alexa. Friday.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Because so again, Adam sent it to me, thanking the person again for sending it to Adam, and that now it's in your hands as well, so that you can, put some whatever personality that you think behind it and stuff, even though it's Kegan Kline.
And it's not 3 pages, it's 12.
I know. I was like, save. So that will, Alexa, just since you're in here, are you going to be doing that with us next Friday? Just to ask you. Just to ask you. Mm-hmm. Remember what I told you about? I know what you said about the O's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if anyone doesn't remember, go back to the Friday show and go to the part where Alexa is talking about
The Late Show. We did 2 of them on Friday.
Yeah, we did 2 of them. So the one with Alexa. She's going to analyze KK's letter. Absolutely. And she's got more than a wealth of pages there that you can look at. But I'm sure within the first couple, she'll probably read it just for the sake of reading it. But I'm sure the first couple pages can give her a vast knowledge already.
Right.
I got 6. Oh, 6.
Front. It was 6 pages front and back. So there were 12 screenshots of it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that is the letter
Yeah.
we are referring to.
Let me just look at the email.
Kegan Kline wrote it to someone in May of this year while incarcerated.
Let me just take a look here. Alexa. I think I have to go into my other email. But anyway, so Alexa, just you know, I'm not
She said she got 12.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 6 pages front and back. Written over the course of several days.
Right, and it would have printed front and back probably. That she probably printed it.
To the loser that keeps wanting to email me, you are a loser, by the way. Get a life. If you really just enjoy stalking or trolling me, enjoy that all you want. But guess what? You're going to get a block now. I've humored you enough. You're a loser. Go take your meds and piss off, to be honest with you. You have no impact on me. Remember that.
And we know who you are. She's already looking at
so,
to tell us.
I know. So if you want to keep putting your little idle threats there, I'll make sure it finds its way over to an LE agent or an FBI, whichever. Keep doing it. But anyways, you're going to get a nice block now. You've bored me. Have a good day. I'm so sorry if your life is so nominally boring that you need to keep emailing me with your, you know what? I literally, dude, this email that you're sending me, this one over and over, I literally read the first 2 lines and then I just don't even read anymore. So that's how much I really care about what you're saying to me. So enjoy your trolling me. If that's what makes you happy, create 10 accounts, create 15. Don't care. I'm not this naive, passive person that you can do that stuff to. In fact, I'll troll you back very hard with all your personal information if you like, because I can easily find that. And then I'll just turn it all over to the LE. So enjoy that. Okay.
Yeah. And they can just stop being the little ray of sunshine that they were. That's not directed at you, Ray.
Yeah. So,
yes, Stephanie, I found that interesting too. So,
yeah, it's what, I have such a hard shell against this stuff. Again, people don't realize the little threats that come into your emails, how all this stuff about just that this channel is just doing everything for money, that we don't care nothing about the girls and stuff like that. Who's got the problem? I know you're watching this right now. Again, please go take your medication.
I have to laugh. Doing it for money? Are you kidding me? You know how many hours we put in, and no donations or whatever. It's not about money. If it was, I'd be doing something else. I'm not making any money doing this.
These are the people that are sick, that they spend that much time and energy writing you an email that I could care nothing about. I basically read 5-6 lines of the entire emails that have come in. I've humored you. I haven't blocked you yet, but I'm going to block you now. But it's just a fact of, who's the psychopath here? So how are you even in true crime? And then you act like that. You're disturbed. You were very disturbed. Go sign yourself in for some help. Like I told you, go apologize to your mother for being this stupid. Just go ahead. Okay. So, yeah, no one will ever have power over me when it comes to that stuff. So did Alexa answer us back? Thank you though, Anne and everybody. Whatever is what it is.
Yeah, and I agree. Yeah. So I didn't even know. Yeah, it's so interesting. Yeah, Kristen. 100%.
Yeah. Like I'm too much of a fighter to fall for any of that crap. Just doesn't even faze me. Like little do they know, I just literally look at it and LOL. Oh, good one. Oh yeah, interesting. Oh, you care about me that much? Oh, thanks. Oh, I'm a very bad psychic. Oh, this. Oh, I don't care about the girls. Oh yeah, please. And then meanwhile you're just going cuckoo.
And that Elton John ticket was my Christmas present for my parents.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your siblings all got one too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool present.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Okay, so Alexa said she'll email tomorrow and see. And I'm sure Alexa can, I promised you it will be 3 hours and 59 minutes and not 4 hours again.
Don't believe her.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. That live went by so fast. I didn't even realize how much a time because I was promising Alexa, right? You guys know better than to believe me on that. I was like, it definitely won't be 4 hours like the first one. And then I was like, oh, I lied. I didn't plan for it to be that long, honestly. I looked at the time and when you start talking about the letters and you're watching and different things and you're just involved in what you're seeing, and then all of a sudden you're looking and you're going, oh, we're at the 2 hour mark already. Yeah. But no, we didn't stop there, did we?
She said I'll book 6 hours for Friday then.
No, yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm good. Does anybody else have anything else to say?
No, because who knows? We might have to come on tomorrow. You never know.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe Kegan Kline will be rearrested in jail for all we know.
Oh, wait. Never Peace, we did have one. I don't know if we still have it.
Do what?
Oh, the cuckoo clock. Remember?
No, it's gone. Remember all the branding stuff disappeared?
Yeah, yeah.
Adam yeah, Kristen. That would be awesome.
What'd she say?
She says, Adam, Deb, Sunny, would you guys like wristbands for Delphi and Flora? I have some, and I will send them to all three of you.
I would love that.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
I'm not sure what's your email address. I know mine's atcrimingshame@gmail.com. I'm not sure if you want to post yours because I think you have the ability to, don't you? I know that YouTube keeps dropping links.
She's got a rent. Yeah, she's got a rent.
She has a rent, right?
Right.
Okay. Which reminds me, there was did you guys play with mine? You guys, can somebody hit the little bomb for me picture? Because that one for some reason was working, whereas the little police car one wasn't. Can somebody hit somebody that's a member, just hit that? And that would be amazing, Kristen. I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, Kristen. Ooh.
Bomb.
Okay.
Bomb.
So it's very simple. Very simple. Okay, thank you. Oh, right. I guess I would have to be in the thing to actually see it now, wouldn't I, Deb? Silly me. 1 second.
That's so sweet.
See it now. Whoops. Sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay, I just had to see it for myself. Oh, wait. Okay, so the police car is showing up, but it's not showing up right, though. See, because when I put it in, it's the stupidest thing. There's sometimes that, so when you're doing transparent, right, it's only because that is a white background, it's working. So but if that was on a black background, that would look white. So it always drives me crazy. How can I make the bomb turn out fine, turn around, make the cop car? And I don't know if you understand what I'm saying this, but when
I'm on the black background. I see the bomb.
Yeah, but do you see a white box around it?
No. And I see the cop car. They look fine to me.
Yeah, the cop car isn't showing white?
No.
It drives me batty because usually when I know it's working properly is when that white is.
You can't really see it, but.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't. It just blows me away how. So I shouldn't see any white at all because then it reminds me of like about if it was on paper and there I can see the car with the white paper behind it. And so because this is a white background, I'm just like, it just drives me crazy. How can I make the one and then turn around and make another one off of that same project?
They both look good.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So yeah.
I don't even see a cop car.
Okay, Deb, you got
cop
glasses
car?
On. Yeah,
What
you don't
color
see
is
it.
a cop car? I see Scooby Doo.
Really, Deb? You know what, Deb? I don't see it either.
Kristen just put it in the chat.
I know, but I don't see it on mine either. Deb's right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Of course
Let
I'm
me just
right.
let me just hit refresh on that. No,
unless
no
you
cop
have
car.
to. Unless you have to scroll. I'm scrolling to see. Nope.
Nope. No cop
Nope.
car.
No
Nope.
cop car on mine.
Strange.
Interesting.
Ooh. Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. So, like I said, we're at the kind of couple hour mark here.
Yeah.
I want to get some rest. Well,
Yeah,
when
I'm
I say
tired.
rest, what?
I'm tired and I want to lay in bed and watch Dahmer.
Yeah, I just want to lay in bed and look at some Delphi stuff. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
I've been watching
No
that
way.
Dahmer on Netflix about Jeffrey Dahmer.
I am not
Oh.
watching that.
It's
I'm not watching it either.
It is unnerving, especially like I lay in bed watching it and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
the previews and I'm like, oh no, no,
But
no.
The Lori Vallow one was really good, and that case is it's too far out there for me, but but the Lori Vallow one, it's called Sins of Our Mother. It's a 3-part documentary on Netflix that was really good. And and Unsolved Mysteries is coming back on Netflix October 18th, and
Ooh.
there's been a rumor that one of the episodes is going to feature Delphi. It's a
Really?
rumor.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank you, subscriber.
So our goal is in 5 minutes we'd like to be at 5,000 subscribers. So if you guys could just,
Yeah, by the end of the month.
yeah. You know what? It's how each little hurdle just kind of means something special. And
Yeah.
again, the end goal of it is that the more subscribers, of course, the more awareness that you can bring to people. And that's anyone that takes away from that, go right ahead. But that always means a lot because again, I put myself in somebody else's shoes. The more awareness that people are talking about their cases, the more you're helping somebody else out.
And especially to go from 4,000 to 5,000 in less than a month would be really cool. But
Right.
Well, we can
And
almost think.
We'll have to have some kind of fun night that night.
Every night's a fun night. What are you talking about?
We're not fun people
I
over
mean,
here.
really, really fun night.
Well, then that means that Sleuth needs to get invited. He likes to have fun.
Oh, yeah.
Kristen likes to have fun. Everyone likes to have fun.
Well, you need to every once in a while when you cover these cases.
We'll have like an all-star panel then.
Contacts needs to have fun.
Yeah.
I think Fact needs to put on his biker outfit, and we'll just a little pole in the middle of his room.
Oh yeah.
Gonzo's always fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe
maybe
Gonzo will do something wild for us.
Oh yeah.
When we hit 5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just pour on the guilt. Yeah. I don't know. I was kind of aiming for Oprah, but Gonzo, I guess, might do. I don't know.
Yeah, Perry does love fun.
Yeah. Okay. Do a Halloween chat night. Oh yeah. Are we gonna be doing a Halloween night, guys? Ooh, we should do a Halloween night.
What? Okay, wait a minute. Well, let me look at the calendar here.
Wait, what day is Halloween on?
Halloween is on a Monday night. We would be on anyway.
No, we wouldn't.
No, we won't.
No.
Sundays and Wednesdays.
That's right.
But we have a month to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, we can always squeeze it in, I suppose. Or do or do it the night before. Doesn't matter.
Have to dress up.
Yeah. Well, I don't need nothing. I got my mask on. How about you? Right on?
I'll go as an alien. You can go as a...
I'm just going to go as a gargoyle.
I'll go as an alien.
Deb? And you can be Harry Potter.
Did he call me something? I'm trying to remember if he called me something.
No, but I'm just gonna say you can be Harry Potter's wife.
Okay.
You don't gotta change anything up.
My glasses.
You got the glasses. Yeah.
Dawn.
Yeah, I know. Every night's Halloween night. Okay, guys. We're just gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for joining us today, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
If we don't see you before.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. Please hit the like and share. And we'll see you Wednesday or before. I don't know. Who knows?
Good night, everyone.
I'm a real witch. There you go, Kristen. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually. I do that all the time now. I don't know why I said this. I'm at M Broadcast, and I for some reason hit not yet.